nursing an ankle issue. His length, depth, and they want to get out and move it up and down, don't they, John?
Absolutely. They play with great pace, and they certainly want to get
comes over, and a guy who's a good rebounder and will help them out scoring-wise as well.
Solid, too. I mean, that's the thing. You need to surround great talent with solid players, and Peterson's one of them.
That one.
Well, the very first play of the game, they tried to get to him twice, and part of that is you want to get him involved. The other part is you want to get him going after that base.
A little jump hook, and it ends up getting out, trailing by a point. John Shambi, John Crispin, his 80 shot wouldn't go. Evan Mobley the rebound, and now Peterson going to work. Gets into the paint, kick out, Mobley, three-pointer. And that one rattles.
And that makes the defense rotate, shift, and that gives up open looks. It's an open look for Barcelo, best shooter on the floor.
Mobley gets
get any more, you better succeed with them. And I think the style of play is good if you're trying to make it to the next level with Andy Enfield. And I think ultimately you have to win at a high level if you want to get the best recruits.
Yeah, I mean, he had 16.2 and a little over 8 rebounds a game, and he went 6th overall to the
style of play actually showcases potential. And I know that may sound silly, like,
to me, it's hard to imagine the power conference teams with recruits and sometimes not and still succeeding.
Well, I think it's more of his freshman year, and you think of, you know, I was called Isaiah Mobley. You know, obviously a big-time recruit, but his brother comes in with even more hype because you see the potential.
Evan goes ball fake, being BYU foul on Brandon Averett. USC started 5 for its first 9.
Little slippage when you've had a few good defensive possessions and forget that it's the details that got you there. Slippage sounds like such a coach term.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. He gets a chance to coach his sons. And one of the things on both of the birth announcements for Isaiah and Evan, not only does it say height, weight, data, and John Crispin.
The family part does make it better, though, because you're sharing the entire experience with your whole family, and that's part of what makes it great. Matt Harms, who was the first big back, drew him away from the basket. This guy's interesting.
Is loaded.
You watch the guard matchup between Baylor and Illinois, and
the sport's been the Big 12.
Yeah, and the Big Ten people go crazy saying the Big Ten's the best, but I'd say Big Ten 3 years ago was pretty bad. 4 teams in the NCAA tournament. Last year, terrific. This year, great. But just
hesitated, then kicks out. Rips down the board. Trojans by 3. Under 4 to go here first half. Evan Mobley, wraparound pass.
He's a scorer, don't get me wrong. He can go off for 20 on any given night. But he doesn't do it out of control. Casey was like that. It made him so hard to defend.
Lead jumper. And another missed 3. This time, though, Lohner with the... Try another.
Get it while you're hot.
We're not. Another 2 to go here first half. George rejected by him.
Did defensively very well early, which was fight over ball screens, kind of play it flat. Forced him into a bad spot.
Good lob as they see the production crew scrambling for our second half segment. I kind of called that, starring John Crispin. Right now,
kind of missed this one.
Yeah. Of 9 at the moment. Another shot wouldn't go. Mobley, the rebound. An ice-cold BYU team. Barcelo can't hit. Averett not able to hit. And USC continues to do a good job defensively. Mobley spins, flips it up.
At least we have the reset of the half.
Barcelo, kick to the right side. Harding. Harms tips it out. Barcelo gets into the paint. Harms flips it up. Won't fall. Mobley to board. Marcelo, a little strong, contested, no foul called. Mobley out on the move. Overall pick to the Hawks.
Which was a bit of a surprise to a lot of people.
Mobley.
To study the gait a little bit. Is a guy a real athlete or is he just long? Well, he's a long.
That's the Mather. Coached so many great players. He did efficiency first 3 games, and then today 23%. Andy Enfield for USC's got to be pleased with that.
They've even gotten 12 offensive rebounds, but it's just turned out to be another opportunity to miss. 47.
Just editorial comment. The math hasn't changed, by the way.
Yes.
Like, math is math, you know? Like, I'm not. Look inside. And Mobley here, jumper. Give anyone?
He's got a bit of the Garnett in him. He just doesn't have that fire. At least outwardly, take it away.
Yeah.
You know, manage it. Don't control it. Bend it.
Yeah,
it's
right.
like,
no, I don't.
Dude made $200 million in his career. What are you mad about? Like, I think it's hard because even as sports bars and Twitter,
there is that.
Which is the equivalent of a sports bar at about 2 a.m.
Barnes going to work. Trying to muscle over Mobley and. 80 feet inside. Good. I just want to give a shout out to my guy Dan Schulman, who was on that very cool award. Mobley kicks out. Over there trying to get his ankle and foot mobility happening. Yeah. So that's been a problem for him. There's Mobley.
You look at the shooting percentages alone. You wouldn't expect this. Come up with all sorts of reasons. I think first you just got to give USC credit. Defensively, they did the job early.
Maya Harms gets it back. Evan kick out. Edie got it. 40-42.
As the season goes on, I see this USC team as a team that could start to play a little bit quicker. Really.